the one and only sexy mama, LaDonna Raeh.
LaDonna Raeh Show. Welcome back to the LaDonna Raeh Show. I'm your girl, LaDonna Raeh. If you go to our YouTube channel, you will see that we are just 8 slots away from having that 1,000 subscriber mark. I know somebody just said, what? Y'all ain't hit it yet? Yeah, that's so true. You know why? Because I know how to push other people's brands. My brand, I'm just hoping it'll happen one day. But it takes people like you to subscribe to get us to that 1K mark. And it goes up from there. Something about hitting that mark, it just takes off from there. I just want to say that having people on this show, we talk to content creators. Did I start with I just want to say? Why don't I just say it? We start with content creators from all over the world. I've talked to people in Europe, the UK, all the same. I've talked to people in Africa and, of course, here in North America. That's right. I'm naming some continents here. I want to make sure you were on your toes. But these things are so important because talking to people worldwide says that we are only just a few degrees separated so that we can get access and get to learn about their content creation, their music, their arts, things like that. I am just over the moon about having a platform like this and being able to present it to all of you fine people. And those of you that are just watching and not subscribing, I love you too. But it's free to subscribe. Just hit the button. It's all good. All right. Now, speaking of building something special, watch this. My guest today knows all about it. Yeah, he's Chicago's, or should I say, he's a Chicago son whose drums have traveled the world, but whose heart is still rooted right here. Musical director, arranger, and one of the baddest drummers to ever touch a stage. Please join me in welcoming our very special guest. I'm talking about Mr. Jay Grant.
What's up, LaDonna? God bless your heart and all the listeners out there. How y'all doing?
Man, doing fine like wine, especially since you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. You know, you and I had a short conversation just before we got started, and I just feel like our icebreaker was probably one of the best icebreakers out. What are your
Period.
thoughts on that? Yeah, well,
I loved
did
it.
you
Icebreakers
loved it?
always work for me.
Yeah,
That,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah,
where it's at. That's all we
yeah,
do.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Well, let me tell you, I want people to know exactly who you are. I gave them a little snippet, knowing that you have been involved in the instrument piece, the vocal piece. I wanted people to know about these things. But how do you present yourself? What's your elevator pitch about your own self?
Man, I'm just a guy that just grew up in church. My dad's a pastor and started playing drums around 5 years old. And I never thought that it'd take me to where I am today. I just want to just play drums. And the way that it happened, at my father's church, there was a drummer there, and they was coming from Gary at the time, and we was in the city on over east, over on like
Mm.
75th Street, and they was running late one Sunday morning, and my dad was in the office, and he came out of his office. He said something sound different on the drums, and it was his son on the drums playing at 5 years old, and I haven't dropped the stick yet.
That story is so tender, especially with you being right there in this church. Do you still hear that
Hmm.
little kid in you when you're performing now? Or has the groove
Absolutely.
matured into something entirely different?
The groove has definitely matured a lot, but there's always still the inner child. Every time I get on the drums, that this nervousness kicks in. As many times I've played and toured and did this, there's always that nervousness that hits before I count it off.
Yeah.
Always.
Do you think that's
And I
because
and I
you
and I
true
love it.
do you think that's because you truly care about how you sound and what people think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because this is a God-given gift, and I want to make sure I present it, as it's been given to me. So.
Yeah, that's what's up. I
Yeah.
mean, you've shared stages with everyone from Peebo Bryson, Najee, those that don't even know who these people are. First of all, I met Najee some time ago, and it was such an amazing opportunity. He kind of reminds me of, I'm trying to think who he look. He looks a little bit. He looked, in my opinion, a little bit like Lenny Williams when I met him.
He do. He
You
do.
you think you saw that too, right? I was like,
Oh,
uh
oh, oh. But he playing with his horn instead. Yeah, that's how you do
yeah, exactly.
it.
I was waiting on him to be like, I love you. And by the way, I
That's
know
it.
me some Lenny Williams. He used to
That's
call
it.
me every Sunday because his daughter's name is LaDonna also. So he would call me by mistake
Wow.
and I'd be like, "What's up, Uncle Lenny?" But anyway,
That's what's
but
up.
you shared the stage with people like this, like CC Peniston as well. I wanted to get some female power in there. When you think about all those moments that you've shared with people like that on the stage, what's one lesson you've taken from a legend that you still carry to every gig?
Man, show up, do what you're supposed to do, and don't get in the way.
Don't get in your own way.
Don't get in nobody's way.
Oh,
Just
and nobody's.
stay in your lane, stay in your lane and just do what you need to do, and don't come in thinking, you're this big, just come in and just do the work and just be you, just be you. That's one of the greatest lessons I've learned. Just be you.
You know what? Chicago has a connotation of how we tend to act when it comes to being in the industry of music or the arts in general. You said don't. Somebody told you don't be too big, just be you. Is it such a crime to feel that you have finally arrived and made it, or do you always have to minimize how you truly feel about your talent? I'm asking, for for a friend.
Well, it's not a matter of minimizing your talent and your gift, but sometimes people can take their talent and gifts and it goes way past their level and their headspace. You know,
And it gets in the
yeah,
way of working with
it
each
gets in
other
the
or working
way.
with other
Yeah,
people.
egos, all that stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we seem to
yeah.
be we seem to already have that perception of people that their egos are gonna be so big that they're gonna be difficult to work with. Here in
Hmm.
Chicago is hasn't even like we're on the map, but we're not like on the map. You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
feel like we get in
right.
our own way because of
Oh,
this.
absolutely.
As a matter of fact, working with certain people has not been the most pleasant. And this is from the mouths of people in the industry. And they all say the same thing. Those people wanted to take the reins and run with it and wanted to be remembered as, oh, he don't play, she don't play. And it's like, that's really not a good thing to have as a reputation. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
about
it's really
you
not.
don't play. Right? Tell me your
It's
thoughts on
yeah,
that.
it's there are people in the industry that when you get a phone call, you be like, oh, that person's on it. Like, I don't know, because sometimes you just don't want to be in that space and that
Right.
vibe because it creates conflict and it throws off the vibe of the entire production or the show. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you always want to make sure that when you're working with people, that you're working with people that are like-minded and have the same uh, sense of we're all here for one purpose, and that's to just put smiles on people's faces and have fun doing what we're doing. Because
Yeah, because we
there's
got the
people.
grit. We got the grit. We got
Absolutely,
the soul.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just
Mm.
matter of just honing in and just having fun with the people that you're working with.
Well, how does this big beautiful city? I feel weird saying big beautiful anything these days. Okay. uh, but how does this big beautiful city still influence your music after all these years?
Chicago has some great, phenomenal talent that sprouts up every single day. And it's just amazing to watch. There's like 5-year-old kids, 6-year-old kids that's
Like you
out
were
here just,
once.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the difference now with me growing up playing drums versus teenagers playing drums now, we didn't have social media.
I know.
We didn't have any of that. We actually was just like, hey, we going to this midnight musical, we going to this concert, and we had like you walk around like a video camera like this, like you're a cameraman for
Right.
like a
They
TV
were
show.
heavy. They were
You know
heavy
what I'm
with
saying?
tapes.
Yeah.
That tape ran out. You
Period.
had to pop
You got that
another one
VHS in
in.
your pocket. I'm
Yep.
telling you, that's just what it was. And you go around and you would film everything. You go home and just constantly watch that stuff.
Shout
Nowadays,
look
kids,
look, shout out to Cuddy, because that's what he did. Go
they,
ahead.
he sure did. He sure came out with that video just like that.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays kids just can just click on social media and just watch their favorite drummer and just hone in and can DM that person. And it's just the hands-on situation is a lot different than what it was when we was growing up.
I wish I could recall the young lady's name that came into the radio station. She was talking about how when we were growing up, we didn't have access to social media. We could kind of the everything we were exposed to was controlled by our parents more so than now. And now, you hear people say, "Oh, the mamas just give them the phones and walk away," which is true in a sense. And you're not that parent until you become that parent. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's very
Hmm.
widespread. You'll see these young people. I'm talking 4-year-olds. I'm looking at apps that say 4 and above. I think QuickBooks even said ages 4 and up. And I'm like,
Crazy,
huh?
right? QuickBooks,
you know,
QuickBooks for a
I'm making
four-year-old. Come on,
look, I'm making that one up. But most of the apps say 4 and up. And I'm thinking,
that's crazy.
dang. At 4 years old, I don't remember what I was doing. I know I was really smart though. But watch this. When the parents do give the technology to the children, it helps them keep up with the technology, but it also kind of trains their minds to always need to be stimulated, like at every moment of the day. So when when
Yeah.
when you go from coming up without all of this technology to basically transitioning into it, why? How did you bridge the gap within yourself? And then we'll get to your back to school edition.
But the way I bridge the gap is, like I said, there are just influencers in my life that I just used to just go out and watch all the time.
Yeah.
Different drummers in Chicago, and those drummers, was connected with other drummers that I love. So you just pick their brain, and then you just move on up the ranks from there. But then when social media and stuff started coming around, like MySpace
Oh,
and
wait, hold on. You
I
you
I
tell
went there.
Yeah,
I
you
told
went
my
my
age. I told
what's
my
that? What's
age.
what's MySpace? No, I'm just kidding. I think I still have an account on MySpace. But
I don't even know my child.
look, quiet as kept. Nicki Minaj was discovered on MySpace, so
Right.
don't knock it till you
My
block
my
it.
my MySpace was the ish when it came out. Like
Yeah,
you
that
can
that
put your
and
music behind that,
Black
and
Planet. Yeah, we going
oh
back.
boy,
I know.
come
I
on
know.
now,
I
that's
heard
just
from a
what it
birdie.
was.
Yeah.
That's
Right. Okay, watch
just what
this.
it was.
You got this event called Back to School Edition, but it's not just about music. It's more so about community. What was the importance to make this more than just a concert and include the backpacks and raffles? Cause y'all look, I'm gonna be there, okay? I need a backpack. I got
I
two high
got you.
schoolers. Look, the school supplies went through the roof this year.
I promise
I'm
you.
like, don't the tariffs kick in later? Like later in life?
Right, right. That
Walmart
part
was like, we're gonna get in on this right now. Yeah,
right now.
but yeah, what
Hmm.
made you make this more than just a concert and include the backpacks and raffles?
Most shows that I productions and stuff that I do is it's more so in venues that kids cannot come to.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh
so
yeah.
this year, my lady, she was like, we should do like a back to school vibe for Bandamonium, and I was like, we got to make that happen because everybody's been requesting for Bandamonium again. The first time we did it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we did Bandemonium, and it was a phenomenal success.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was around like the COVID years, so everything was a little different
Wait,
then.
hold on. You said around the COVID years, like that was a generation ago. That
It
was just
feels like
five,
it, don't
five, four
it?
years ago. No, I feel like it just happened. Shoot, I'm like, I still have a stash of face masks. Have you, speaking of COVID, this is a random question.
Hmm.
Have you put together like your getaway bag in case COVID
Listen,
19? You know what I'm
I
saying?
keep
In
it in
case
my
they come up
truck.
with something. What you got in your truck? What do you have that's gonna get you to safety? I want to know.
I got my mask. I got my hand sanitizer, my toilet paper.
Oh,
Got it
toilet.
all.
What's with all the
You
toilet
gotta have that.
paper?
Listen,
If you
you
ain't
need the
eating,
toilet
you don't
paper.
need no toilet paper.
Well, listen, you still need toilet paper because the stuff still got to move through you. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
still
true.
moving, whether you eat or not. It's still gonna somehow come out.
That was
So you need that
crazy.
toilet
Everybody
paper.
was going out buying toilet paper like it was going out of style. I
Right,
went
I
and got
promise
some
you.
just because.
Right. Sell
Shoot.
it on the street. Right, right, right.
Well, no, I ain't.
Got
I
that
didn't do
toilet
that,
paper.
but I can't. That can become a bartering situation with the toilet paper for sure. I mean, I don't. Here's the thing. I put together. Did you put any money in your bag? Because I think that
Absolutely. You gotta have
cash.
the
I'm talking
money.
about cash, not them debit
You got
cards. 'Cause you ain't gonna be able to
no
swipe
cash.
nothing.
You gotta have the
Okay.
cash in there. I got my little Crown Royal bag with the coins in it. I got it all laid out.
Shoot, you better put
I
it in
just
a
dated
plastic.
myself again.
You better put it. You did. I was gonna act like I didn't know what that was, but I remember them purple Crown Royal bags for real. Like we used to collect them, and I remember when my aunt was sending me to the store to buy the Crown Royal, and I was like
Oh
8 years
Lord.
old.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Well, I'm really telling my age, right?
You're
But
right.
yeah, we could go buy. I could buy cigarettes, Crown Royal. The anything I needed at the store.
Did they write a little note for you?
She wrote a little note. It had to be
Hmm.
in adult handwriting, which her
Yep.
handwriting wasn't the best. But anyway, you do this two drummer setup. The two
Hmm.
drummer setup that's not something that you see every day. Most people, but you got this two drummer setup. How did the
Yeah.
idea come about, and what kind of energy does it bring to the show?
Well, let me piggyback to how Bandamonium started back in 2022. Woke up one morning and I said I want to do a show. It was placed on my heart to do a show, and it was all mapped out. I said I want to do a show where I'm paying tribute to the Isley Brothers, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Gap Band, and Earth, Wind and Fire. And I said I want two bands on the stage, and I want everybody in all white. And I knew exactly who I wanted to call to be that second drummer. And that second drummer is my brother Paul Hall, who's another great phenomenal drummer in Chicago. And we got together. He had his band, Versatile Band. Then I had my band, the J Grant Experience. And we just got together and we pulled in about 5 to 6 singers at that time. And we just did this tribute, and it was just like bananas. Like the
Wow.
energy, it was just crazy. And 3 years later, we're doing it again, and we just doing it a little bit different. At this time, like both bands are gonna come together and just play at the same time,
Yeah.
which
And
is gonna be
you
real
and you
cool.
you orchestrated that. I've that's got to be quite the treat. Watch this. Family values, and just so you know, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. So those of you that are watching, shout out to you. We are super live with our special guest today. And let me just repeat a few things here. You're going to have the Bandamonium Back to School edition at, well, we didn't even say this, at Fox Point on August 17th. So I want everybody to get
17.
ready for that. And this is for the Jay Grant experience. And we're talking to drummer and band member Jay Grant. And it's such a pleasure to even have you on here, because at one point I remember saying that I wanted to start talking to the people, and I'm going to say behind the scene. I'm sorry about the noise. I want to say kind of behind the scenes, because at the point of when people are in the forefront, it's obvious. Everybody sees them. But playing the drums, I remember Sheila E. was probably
Ah.
one of the most prominent drummers that I had ever experienced. And she was a
Hmm.
woman. That was so
Hmm.
amazing. But watch this. I want to say that it is such a privilege and honor to be able to shine a light on those that are behind the scenes, because this we don't I don't get to see them. They are you guys are you are the drum beat and the heartbeat of the show. So
Yeah.
kudos to you.
Thank
Basically
you. Thank you.
and you're welcome. In your career, we're almost done, guys. Those of you that are watching, we're almost done. So if you missed this, you can always roll it back and watch it from the beginning. You just can't ask any questions. But in your career, you've done everything from gospel to
Hmm.
jazz and what I say to funk and hip hop. So, if you
Hmm.
had to describe your personal sound in 3 words, what would they be?
See it, hear it, and live it.
That's like 6 words.
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Actually,
I,
that was
I
7 words
doubled it.
because you said
I doubled
and.
it. I did say and I doubled it. I'm sorry, but that's just that's just where I am with it. See
Okay,
it, hear it, live it.
see, live, here. Did I say it right? See, here, live.
See it, hear it, live it.
Okay, see it, hear it, live it.
Hmm.
All
Yep.
right, cool.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna merge those words and make them into three.
One
Just
word.
right, you know what I'm saying? Like, see it, live it, hear it. Oh, okay. What's
Right,
that?
right, real
Everybody
fast,
knows what
real
that
fast.
is,
Right, right, right,
right?
right,
That's
right.
right. That's right. Well, you know what? I think you did an absolutely phenomenal job doing so and talking about it in 3 words or less. Um, and finally, before we get you out of here, my heart is beating so fast
Oh Lord.
for that young musician because I love young people. Okay, and I love it when they are inspired by you guys. But for that young musician out there who's watching this, whose mother is probably gonna forward it to him and say, "Hey, take a look," and they want to say or they're saying, "I want to do that." What's one piece of advice you wish someone had told you when you were just starting out? Now, let me stop you for a second. Don't say, stay inspired, keep keeping on. We don't want to hear that. Okay. We've heard that it ain't working. What would you say to the young musician out there that's saying, I want to do that?
Do it.
That you can't say do it.
I can't say do it.
Nope.
Dang. Okay. Let me see. So just one word?
No, no, no. Just some
Oh,
some
okay.
words of advice.
There's some
What would
words.
you what would you say to the young musician out there? They've heard do it. They've heard keep keeping on. They heard don't quit.
Don't I would say don't ever get discouraged. Don't ever look at what somebody else is doing and say, "Oh man, I can't do that." Because you can. You just got to put the work in, and you just got to do it. Put the time in. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to do it.
I love that. I love that. See, now we talking. I wish I had my
Hmm.
applause soundtrack right now. But watch this. There it is. Tell everybody where they need to be on August 17th.
August 17th, everybody that is on the LaDonna Raeh show needs to be at Fox Pointe in Lansing, Illinois, 18138 Henry Street for Bandamonium Back to School Edition. It's going to be off the chain. We got 7 different singers. We got a 24-piece band. So y'all make sure that you all come out, grab those tickets at thejgrandexperience.com. Again, that's thejgrandexperience.com. If you don't put the in front of J Grand Experience,
You're gonna be at
you're
some
not
other
going.
experience.
You're gonna be at some other experience. We don't want them problems, okay?
I have the link. I'm gonna drop it. Actually, it's in the description of this YouTube and Facebook episode. So if you guys scroll down after you subscribe, just go ahead and click on that link so that you can come out because I'm showing that I don't show a time. Do you know the time? Oh, by the way, I can say this. It is hosted by my alma mater from my high school. Watch this. Lady
Yeah.
Red. Like we know each other.
Ooh.
Okay, that's my
You went to
girl.
so you went to Thornwood.
I sure did.
Oh, I'm Thornridge. Okay.
Oh.
Hey, hey. See, take it easy now, okay?
Mhm.
I need you to bring it on back. Let me see that. Let me see all them teeth again. Come on, bring it on back. Smile for the people. Oh, you know, that dude Thornridge is so wrong. So wrong.
You have no idea what a
So
rivalry are.
wrong.
I'm just saying, we were cool till you said Thornridge. I'm like, man,
Dang.
I know.
I still love you though.
Well,
Like,
let's just
that's
stick to
where
the
we
music.
at.
Oh man, it's all good. It's all good. You survived Thornridge, okay?
Yeah,
Um,
I did.
but yeah, shout out to Lady Red at Soul 106.3 FM. Even
Yes,
though I'm on WVON 1690, I still love my girl. Look, we are not
absolutely.
separated by airwaves. Let's see.
Period.
Also, I want to make sure that everybody knows to come on out. Now, what time? I don't think we said what time.
So doors open at 5 p.m. and then we
Okay.
have a VIP reception from 5 to 6:30, and the
Okay.
show starts at 7. And it's gonna
Nice.
be 2 hours of just constant vibes and music and energy. So y'all want to make sure y'all get y'all tickets before they gone. I promise
Look, I've been there, done that. You certainly don't want to be in that space when all the tickets are gone. Well, Jay Grant, the drummer, the experience, the jgrantexperience.com. I
you.
want
Thank
to
you,
say,
LaDonna.
man, you are so welcome. You are welcome to come back anytime. You are part of the LaDonna Raeh Show family.
Yes, I made it. Mommy, I made it. Dad, I made it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well,
Thank you
all
so
right.
much, LaDonna.
Look, maybe we'll see you Sunday. I know everybody out
Absolutely.
there better be getting their tickets. Don't you play
Go
with
get
me.
the jgrandexperience.com. Go get them right now. They discounted too, so you better hurry up.
All right, guys. Thanks, Jay Grant. You take it
Thank you.
easy.
Thank you, LaDonna.
You're
Appreciate
most
you.
welcome. All right. Well, everybody, we just wrapped with Jay Grant, the drummer, and he's going to give us the Jay Grant experience. There's nothing like having a person who is making the music happen, bringing it to you full-fledged, and then you get to talk to them about how they started their journey, where they are in their journey, and how inspired they still are, and they want to inspire you. So those of you that are thinking about hitting those drums, it's not too late. I feel like I'm doing a collection plate right now. But what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like he's still on and he's laughing with us. But watch this. I want to see you guys go to the jgrantexperience.com and get those tickets and get those book bags and those. I think there's school supplies in the book bag. So there's at least a pen in there. Okay. And if I'm wrong about it, well, I'm just wrong. But you need to get those backpacks because I know how it is when you can't find the one you want. That's right. All right. So thank you so much for kicking it with us on the LaDonna Raeh Show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Look, let me see how many. I hope Jay Grant subscribed because hold on. Let me take a look. I'm going to look and see how many subscribers we have. Currently, let me hit refresh. We have, I got one more. Come on, 6 more subscribers. I needed 8 or 9 of them. Now I need 6 more subscribers on the LaDonna Raeh Show. If you look for LaDonna Raeh Show on YouTube, you will never find another free subscribe button. I'm telling you, because I got your free subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that button, and I really do appreciate you all. Until next time, check me out on WVON 1690, Monday through Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. and here on the LaDonna Raeh Show. Bye-bye.
The one and only sexy mama, LaDonna Raeh.